Welcome to the Power Chats Room with me, your host, Lady Ajo. This is the GH Gospel Radio Show, and on today's episode, we are celebrating all you amazing women out there. Yes, we are still celebrating the International Women's Day because you women out there, you are amazing in doing what you do. Keep doing that and don't forget to do it in your authenticity, because in all this, remember that you are a whole woman. Great. And so today's episode, I am going to be playing the devil's advocate because I'm going to be talking about the opposite of the theme that we have been celebrating as women, which is embracing equity. Now, equity talks about the fairness among each other, but this one we're talking about fairness among men and women. That in every situation you should be fair to the women just as you would have done for the men. But on today's episode, I want to divert off the course a bit and turn the arrow back to the women. Yes, I said that. Let's turn the arrow back to the women. Now, we as women, I mean, we've heard so many times that statement that women are their own enemies. And on coming episodes, I'm going to have amazing women in here, and every time they come in here this month, I'm going to ask them this question: are we our own enemies, or that is just a myth or something that we've been told just to hate each other? Because in all fairness, I don't believe that women are fair to themselves enough to even say they want equity with the next gender. Yes, this topic I'm about to talk about is going to get me some backlash from the advocates. Yes. I'm not against my gender, not at all, but rather I am against the misconception of my gender, because I want my gender to represent who they are with the understanding of who they are, and that is very important to me, because we are in a generation where we want to belong so badly that sometimes we don't seek understanding, or we don't get clarity on the places that we want to, or the groups that we want to join and why we want to join it. Because it's not about the number of people that are following the thing, but it's about the understanding of the people behind the thing. Okay, so now we are talking about embracing equity. Equity is fairness. But how fair have we been to ourselves as individuals? How fair have we been to ourselves as women? Because we women need to understand that whatever we are demanding from the next gender, which is equality, equity, and all that, we need to be to ourselves first. Yes, I know a lot of women are going to come for me, but that is the basic truth. We have to stop sugarcoating our weakness just to make it sound like we have it together. Sometimes we need to call a spade so we can go and fix what is wrong with us. We are women and we want to unite as women, but we have to unite with ourselves and our identity of self. Because if I am whole in myself, the next woman is not my competition. The next woman doesn't need to go down for me to feel good, but the next woman needs to rise because she makes me look good. And that is something that we are missing. We want equality with men, but we don't want to be equal with ourselves. We are always in competition with ourselves. We want equality with men, but we are in competition with ourselves. We don't want to be equal with the women that are around us because we want to feel superior. But listen to me, a woman who has found her self-worth, a woman who has found her identity, and a woman who knows her purpose, it's a woman who drags other women along. You know why? Because she understands that her path is unique. It cannot be compared, and there's no competition. But we are seeking equality and saying that there should be fairness in everything. But then we as women are not even fair to each other. I know you didn't like that one. We as women are not fair to each other. This year, why don't we get ahead of this facade that we've paraded all these years about women, equality, and gender? Yes, there are some cases that I will strongly advocate for equality, because if it is fair that a man should have it, a woman should have it. But I also stand to just to draw the attention to the women that if you want fairness with the other gender, be fair with your own gender. This is all I'm saying today. That if you want fairness with the other gender, be fair with your own gender. Because your own gender can be your echo support system. And if you can create, see, we are so much in a competition, we don't know the women that are surrounding us to help us. We think that every woman who is coming into our space is coming to compete, because we lack understanding of support, we lack understanding of self, we lack understanding of so many things, and we don't even ask questions enough to know why somebody is coming into your space or what you can even do to help others. Sometimes people just admire who you are because you are their role model, not because they are threatened by who you are. You want fairness. Some of you women will give a certain looking woman, some of you women, to be very honest, you will give a certain looking woman an opportunity, and you will deny a certain looking woman that same opportunity. Now, let's talk about fairness. Embracing equity, embrace it within your own gender before you push another agenda. Because the truth of the matter is that we need to fix what is wrong within our circle so we can actually have a united front. Because if you would deny a fellow woman an opportunity that she's rightfully deserving of because she looks a certain way, or she doesn't seem like a high value woman that you want to be represented by you, you deny her to give another person who is not worthy, but the packaging fits what you're looking for. Are you being fair? Are you promoting equality? Embracing equity. Let's embrace ourselves. Let's embrace ourselves. As women, let's embrace ourselves. Not forgetting that until we learn how to stand for ourselves, people will not learn how to stand with us. We need to embrace ourselves as women, because when we come together and be fair to each other, we would have one voice and a united front. So before we set any agenda for equality, let's be equal women. Let's make it easy for women to feel worthy of themselves, even when they are not on our same level, because you are not threatened by them and you do not feel like they are not worthy to be in your space. Be fair to people because they are human, not because they must look a certain way. Today, it's all about International Women's Day. And you know, women, we have this kind of, we have very funny attitudes. In the sense that sometimes when we see our fellow woman who is doing well, we find like a compliment to make her feel too good or make her look too good, and so we don't compliment each other. We talk about women empowerment, but the same women who are meant to empower you, that are the same women that will go and sit back and tell somebody else that you are this, you are that, you are this. Why? What is it in it for you, that, or what does it benefit you if you go and talk negatively about another woman who is pushing her own front? Why don't you maybe push your own front and you can all look united in front? We women, we as women, we cost each other too much. Yes, I would say that, because even when you see, even when you want to go, let me give you, the simplest thing as wache. If you are going to buy wache at a very high wache joint, let me tell you something, and the men come and park their cars, the women will serve the men first before they serve you, the woman who has been standing there longer. Yes, I'm using wache. I know you know me. I'm using wache because I've had that experience too many times and I didn't understand why. Because I'm standing there. I got there before the macho man who came in the nice car. I didn't come in a chenchema. But you know, because he's a guy and he's good looking, especially when they're good looking, that is even worse. They will buy the wache before you. I'm telling you. So these people are allowed that. They are allowed. The women don't even attend to their own women, even in the name of equality and equity, fairness, that who first come, first serve. No. But they will jump me to serve the same gender that they are seeking equality for. we have to be very honest with ourselves with some of the agendas that we set as women. I am an advocate of women. Yes, I advocate for women. If you know me, you know that I'm very passionate about women empowerment, but I am not an advocate of misconception and misinterpretation. I know who I am as a woman, and I embrace it with my whole life, full chest, like a Nigerian man would say, full chest. I'm a woman in all of it. But in that same femininity that I possess, there is strength, there is courage, there is weakness, but there is also hope, there is faith. I build on all of it. I don't pick just the good ones and want to project it. I work it all together. That makes me a whole woman. Let's try and be whole and not, reduce ourselves with certain agendas that we set for ourselves. Let's learn how to be equal among ourselves as women. Let's learn how to give that same equity that we are talking about to the people that are around us. Because the truth be told, women, if we could really and truly understand what the kind of power we have, I mean, you find that a woman will be so quick to judge, insult, demean, and devalue another woman so quickly because she is threatened unconsciously by that person's compliment. But if you could only see that woman's greatness is a reflection of your own, your response would be, oh, she's an amazing woman. I like women like this. That is why I do this and I do that. It speaks better of you than you saying that she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that, and that's why I don't like this, you don't like that. You don't like what? If you could, you would have. Let's be very honest. Today's episode there, if they don't ban me off this platform soon, I don't know. But I feel like this is an honest conversation we should have. What do you think? Because we fake it too much. Women want to. We are in a modern world. We want to come out and stand strong with a united front. But I want us to do that with a good understanding. Listen, know who you are as a woman and don't be deceived that you're weak. Your femininity is an expression of what makes you the value, the price. So trying to rub shoulders and be like a man, it's not for me. It could be for you. I don't have anything against that. But I am of the view that God in his infinite wisdom is really wise to make a man and a woman as an expression of himself. Okay, because in God's eyes, we are one. But the identity of a man and a woman is just an expression of God's, supremacy. But in his eyes, he just created man. Okay? And so there is nothing that limits you. Let men feel that men use their ego and their masculinity to do what they do because that's how God created them. Use your feminine power to do what you have to do, and don't seek to be to feel like a man. But when you seek equality with a balanced understanding. Listen, yes, I am for equality, but I am not for the misconception of equality. I want us to seek equality. Yes, I am a woman's advocate. I advocate for women. But when I hear equality among men and women, I hear level up for women. Because you see, men have been taught to feel supreme because they feel like they already know. But see, women, we are too much for we are too much. And so when I hear equality, what I hear is level up. And I see a lot of women leveling up. And it is beautiful for me to watch that we have evolved from the kitchen to taking the stage and being who we are in our authenticity, not forgetting our roles and our responsibilities. You understand? I am a woman who will stand up for myself and my rights any day, anytime. If you know me, you know you won't get to push me down or cast me down or make me feel less of myself. It won't happen. And even when you see me, I'm that woman who will not break. You can bend me, but I cannot break. You know why? Because I have a strong sense of self. And I have seen other women who have shown me that it is possible to keep standing. And so these women, they are my role models. They are my source of inspiration. I'm not going to compete with another man for certain things, but rather I will level up to a certain place that I can equally demand what they are demanding. But you cannot seek equality without understanding of what you are demanding. And you cannot seek fairness when you are not fair yourself. Let's be fair in our dealing as women with each other, and let's level up in everything that we do, so that when we stand out to represent the equality that we are seeking, we prove ourselves worthy. Because you know what? Even the Bible says that we should study to show ourselves approved. And so whatever you want to be known for, whatever you're standing for, make sure that you are indeed 100% as that. So seek knowledge and seek understanding of self in everything that you do. Community building is important, but don't lose your own voice in the community. Today, I might not be your favorite guest or your favorite host on this show, but I would say that I have said what needs to be said, because it is time we stop pampering people because we feel like we will offend the majority. Sometimes, or most often, change starts in a small group and is transferred to the bigger group. Let's seek equality from a place of balance and understanding. This is what I am saying. Let's embrace equity with the same fairness that we show each other in the same gender before we seek it from the other gender. And so on today's episode, I have been celebrating women and also drawing their attention to the fact that they should embrace who they are fully and show fairness to each other as women before we seek it from the other gender. My name is Lady Ajo, and this is the Power Chat Room on GH Gospel Radio Show. Thank you for watching.